Hello team, my name is Alexandra Eggleton. I'm here to talk a little bit about how social media can influence the classroom. So first, let's go ahead and touch base on how social media can support the concept of higher learning in the classroom. This is a good question, being that students have the ability to access useful information through the tools of social media and education. Blackboard is a perfect example of the learning management style that involves online learning of volunteering events in the city involving the environment or even animal care. The unique tool of social media can give an alternate ending to a simple story by letting students apply what they already know. The best tool available for teachers is social media itself. Only by being open-minded and using the technology themselves will they then be able to reach out to the students on a common ground to better catch their attention. Next, I would like to talk about in which ways can my learners be supported by social media. Giving students opportunities to gather knowledge and decide how to use social media in a better way will help them to better understand these unforeseen situations that will arise from the outcome of social media outlets. In the younger stages of school, I believe guidance over using social media sites correctly needs to be advocated more than using the specific tools to teach a lesson in the classroom. Now, as for the older students, social media like Facebook can be used to make event reminders for projects, field trips, and other school activities. This would be more of a realistic standard for using social media purposes in the classroom. Often, educators are asked, how does the integrated technology support their learners' process for learning? Giving students the opportunity to use technology in their everyday learning environment will improve their motivation and ability to use technology in the future. The best teachers I've ever had have used technology to enhance their learning process, including Facebook pages and even event reminders for upcoming projects. So I ask, what does social media look like through the learning process? Teachers in the classroom are now beginning to understand just how much the use of social media in their lesson plans shows a very positive result with students, making perfect sense that all outlets in our lives are consumed by technology or some form of social media. So why not play the reverse effect and appeal to the students more easily to get their brains more actively involved in the work? Social media has the connection to real-life scenarios and what is perceived to be seen as cool on the internet. How commonly we want to know, how does the integrated technology support the learner's evidence and final products of learning? A form of integrated technology today are many different forms of social media which can affect the learning processes of younger children more so than the older ones. Social media is a game changer in school these days compared to our childhood of cord phones and giant answering machines. This learning process will allow students to develop and share newly creative ideas, symbols, and ways of knowing. What impact does social media have on my learner's process or final product, you ask? These are all traits highly accountable for a preferred learner's predicted outcomes in the many ways that they will process information and ultimately ending result being their overall projective outlook on life. Social media can have both an equally positive and negative outlook on different school principles that they may adopt for the purposes of the learning classroom. Once again, thanks so much for listening.